Hey, good afternoon. We're joined by the winning team from our first game today, the Bradley Braves. Head coach Kate Popovic-Goss, Kaylin Nelson, and Amy O'Hara. Quickly, before we get started, the Braves improved to 14 and 18 overall this season. Valparaiso falls to 13 and 19. Bradley takes a 13 to 11 lead in the all-time series and improved to 13 and 3 this year when holding their opponents to fewer than 60 points. Coach will begin with an opening comment about the game from you, and then we'll take questions for the players and then move back to questions for Coach Popovic-Goss.
Just obviously this feels great. Super proud of our team. All the credit to Valpo. They have had a great season, and I think similarly to us, they were playing their best basketball down the stretch. And we knew coming in here it was going to be a battle. Leah Ernest is a first-team all-conference player, and she's had a tremendous year. And so for us, we really, really wanted to get this one because we also lost them twice in the regular season. And they've done a great job this year. They've had a great season, so all the credit to them and how hard they played and the competitiveness that they brought. But I'm just proud of our team. This means a lot to our program and the build that we've had. We talked about all season that we want to play our best basketball right now. And I think that that's where we're at. And the things that we talked about being in this situation were the things that we can control. And we have a lot of confidence in our defense. We're the best defense in the league. That was something that we wanted to build early and often. And the stats prove that. And when you can rely on your defense, great things happen. And I think today that was what brought us confidence, especially early when shots weren't falling. And it allowed us to go on that big third quarter run, which was a lot of fun. But I'm just so proud of our team because we could have folded midway through the season, but instead we stuck together, we trusted the process, and we're playing our best basketball, and we put ourselves in a position to live another day, and that's what you want to do. And this win means a lot to our players, and I'm just really proud of our effort today, our poise down the stretch, even when things got a little choppy there in that last 90 seconds. I just thought our players did a great job. We controlled the glass, we controlled the defensive effort, and when you do that, great things are going to happen.
Amy and Kaylin, the phrasing that we use all the time in the media, coaches say this all the time, is it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Was that a mentality you guys had coming in that look, we're going to make this as hard as possible for them to do that?
Absolutely. We definitely thought that, but we also we knew that we owed them one. It's always a good game against Valpo. We're always punching, they're punching back. So we kind of just came together and we just needed to fight. We just really wanted to get this win, especially at this time where you lose, you go home. So it was an even bigger chip on our shoulder that we really needed this one.
What Kaylin said, we owed them one. Every time we played them this year, we've learned something, and we were able to put that all together, kind of this game, and come out with a win. But yeah, it was definitely a big focus going in. Just a get back game that we, and now is the time to get it. So yeah, it was good.
Kaylin, you were unbelievable in that comeback when Valpo was at your place a couple weeks ago, and then it came up a little short. How much did that one kind of linger in your mind, the final moments of that game?
Yeah, that one stung for sure. And just being a competitor that I am, it's always going to sting when you leave something up on the table. I definitely wouldn't have had a good game without my teammates, and I was just thinking that this is a second chance. We get to play them again. Again, it's for a huge reason, win or go home. So I just came back and I just stayed the course.
And my final question for the players: Do you realize in that second quarter your defense has kept them from getting a field goal? I mean, did you know that they were 0 for 10 in that, and just how much does each stop build your confidence?
Absolutely. Our coach here is a defensive coach, so every time out, every possession, we heard that it's about our defense. Our defense is going to win us games. So just leaning on that when shots aren't falling. We haven't been the best offensive team, and that's fine. Because I do believe that defense wins games. So just leaning on that really helped us tonight.
And Coach, just again, the same kind of question that I had for them. Coaches say it's hard to beat a team 3 times. What was the thought process going? Or do you just throw the records out the window when you get to this point?
I think that's in the back of our head, but I think the message to the team before was we make choices. Nothing that we do is chance. And that was the message in the pregame speech. We're going out here, and everyone is 0 and 0. Sure, is it hard to beat a team 3 times? Absolutely, but it's not impossible. I think for us, the focus was more so not on the opponent. It was on who we are. And that was something I felt was really important to keep echoing to our team is the teams in March that win are the teams that best exemplify who they are. And the stats showed that today. We're the best defensive team in the league. I don't know what the stat, Bobby, you shared was when we hold teams under 60. That's how we win games. And so I thought tonight, for the most part, we really put that together. And that was more my focus, is on how are we going to be going into this game, regardless of who we're playing. But it did certainly feel good to get them. And it just feels great to advance. So I'm proud of our team, and I'm proud of how we played.
And you've said multiple times now about the best defensive team, but that offense to start the third quarter was electric. Just how key was it to really kind of step on their jugular offensively there?
Yeah, I think, we're a new team. We brought in 9 new players. Kaylin is almost like a new player. She only got to play in 5 games for us last year before tearing her knee, and right now she's playing her best basketball. And I think that for us, when we built our roster and we started working in June, I talked to my staff about we have to be a great defensive team first, not only because I love defense, which my players will tell you, but because that is going to have to be our identity, because offense takes time. It takes time to figure out, your lineups, takes time to figure out chemistry, who's going to take the shots, what are we going to run, what does that look like. We really had to build that from the ground up. And so I love that we're starting to have those quarters and those big bursts, because it's taken a long time to get there. But because we can rely on our defense, it puts us in a position to continue to compete until that offense progresses. And I think right now you're starting to see our offense really come together, and we're playing with a lot of chemistry on that end. And I knew that would take time, and it's great to see it come together in March. So I'm just it's a lot of fun. I think they'll tell you that they might have a little more fun when they get like 4 threes in a row. I don't know, but I think that it's great to see our chemistry on offense really starting to come alive right now.
And my final question, as a defensive coach, you have one hell of a riddle to solve for tomorrow with Caitlin Young and her friends. How do you attack that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. Murray won the league. They're talented. They're an offensive-minded team. We're a defensive-minded team. I think it's unrealistic to go into the Murray game and go, okay, we're going to hold this person this way. We're going to do this. We've relied on being a great team defensive team the entire season, and I think that's the mindset we have to have. Caitlin Young impresses me every time I see her play. She is the ultimate competitor. I think that Haven Ford brings that toughness factor to them as well, along with their complementary pieces. So we're not just going to go out and stop them and hold them to 60 points. We're going to have to, figure out how to guard them together, force them to make tough shots, which they will, and also stay steady through that. I think just trying to make it as hard as possible and also taking care of the ball, which really hurt us in the first game. Once they threw pressure at us, we unraveled, and I think we've learned from that. So we're not going to stop Murray. I don't think anyone has, unless I'm incorrect in my statement. But I think just, having some tricks up our sleeve, throwing different things at them, and trying to contain them and maybe slow them down as best as we can is going to be the strategy for tomorrow. And then try not to give them any extra opportunities through rebounding and turnovers.
I just have one more real quickly. I see Amy had the first 6 points of the game. Was that a focus going in, or is it just kind of how the game flowed?
I think obviously with Valpo, they play a pretty unique style. They play 5 guards. They pull people away from the perimeter, and I think that if you can take advantage of your size, great things are going to happen. And so we plan to use Amy early either to make layups, which she did a great job of tonight, or as a decoy option because of the way that they're going to help. And so it worked out that we were able to find her early, and she was the first option, and I think that she really took control of those moments. And I'm especially proud of her because I think in the first matchup it wasn't her best outing, and I think it speaks to Amy's just her resilience and her toughness. And when you challenge her, especially defensively, Amy's going to take everything head on. And we're really happy she's a Brave, and I'm just so happy that she put up the night that she did tonight, because she certainly works so hard to earn it. And I'm happy she took advantage of her moment. So good job, kiddo.
Any other questions?